Alrighty, so this is going to be a slightly longer video when it comes to the booking page part of Microsoft Bookings, because as you can see, there's a lot going on here, and this is where I tweaked some of the things to fit our needs. The first thing you'll notice is that up at the top is the page status, and once it's published, you can click this blue button to open the published page. It'll look like this one, or however you customize it. And if you select copy, at least on my Mac, it brings up this little window that tells me to hit Control C to copy that link. Thanks. Which I could do from here if I were to highlight all of it. I guess the copy thing just makes sure I get all of the link. But anyway, let's take a look. So I can save and publish. I can also unpublish this page if something were to happen. And if I have a website, I can embed this. Now, that is the basic controls there. On the right-hand side is a preview of what the page is going to look like. And you can see that you can customize the color theme, and you can customize whether the logo is displayed or not, and the time zones. Now, I left this unchecked because it's saying always show the time slot in the business time zone, and potentially you could have some people booking appointments with you that are in different time zones. So my hope is that by having this unchecked, I then have the ability that person will see it in their time zone. So that's my hope anyway. But when I look down the list, there's some different things to keep in mind. Connect to Facebook, that's totally up to you. But this booking page access control, I think this is kind of an important one. I have them both off, but I think it's really important to have this first one off because if that is checked, that means that the person booking an appointment will have to have an Office 365 or Microsoft 365 account from your organization to book. So in my case, the people who are booking appointments with me are outside my domain. I have to leave that unchecked. The data usage consent, that's completely up to you. The scheduling policy, this is basically your time settings. You can show how often you're available. So I did 30 minutes because that's a typical class period for us. I set the minimum lead time as 0 because if someone sees that I'm available and they know, I'm in the building or whatever the case may be, I want them to just be able to book an appointment with me. I don't want to have lead time necessarily in that one. In my experience, that's been pretty successful. And then the maximum lead time is 365 days, 1 day. Now, this email notification part, I kind of learned this one the hard way. I have the top option unchecked because what will end up happening when this is all done, when someone makes an appointment with you, it's going to send you an email saying, hey, so-and-so made an appointment with you, similar to, again, other online booking platforms if you've used those. But the trick with this one is it says notify the business via email. So if you're, and we'll see it in a second, if you're the only person in the quote unquote business, and again, we'll get to why that may or may not be the case later. If you're the only person in the business, you're going to get duplicate emails if this is checked, because it will give you the email to say it was set, the appointment was set, and it will notify the business, which is everyone in the business, which would just be you. So I was getting duplicate emails. So unchecking that will keep you from getting duplicate emails. I do want to send a meeting invite to the customer, right? In addition to the confirmation email. I was down with that one. That was cool with me. This selecting staff, again, if you're the only person who is in this business, you don't have to have that checked. It can be left unchecked. But if there's multiple people and you want someone to be able to select who they want to meet with, then you may want that checked. And then availability, again, the options here are book when staff are free, not bookable, and custom hours. Mine is just set to when staff are free. It's going to look at that default calendar within your Microsoft Outlook calendar or Teams calendar, right? Because they're kind of one and the same. And if you don't already have an existing appointment, it's going to say that you're free and allow you to be booked. So pretty straightforward. So not a whole lot of hacking happening here to make it work. It was just knowing which settings to have on and which settings to have off and kind of what means what. So that's the booking page. The next couple videos are going to be pretty quick. I might actually smush those together for customers and staff, but who knows? We'll see. But in the next video, we're going to take a look at customers.